Hey movie lovers, I'm Mr. Kurt, your thin man giving you the skinny on the good stuff.
Why, my word's as good as my bond. What do you need?
Joe, stop! Joe, put that rock down. Be quiet. It's all right.
The promise of fame and fortune led a naive young beauty and her 2,000-pound pet to Hollywood in the funny, thrilling fantasy adventure, Mighty Joe Young. Jill Young is a little American girl living in Africa when she impulsively adopts an infant gorilla.
Listen, Jill. When he grows up, he'll be dangerous.
Jill's father's words prove prophetic as a party wrangling lions for a Hollywood nightclub discovers 12 years later.
Lay off, no shooting. Catch it, rope it. Are you crazy? You can't rope a gorilla.
When the dust settles, producer Max O'Hara offers Jill a bright future beyond the only world she's ever known.
Well, this is the chance of your lifetime. What are you waiting for? You don't want to waste your life up in the woods like this. Let me show you what the real world is like.
So I have to confess, when I stumbled across this film as a kid, I half expected a remake of King Kong. After all, both films feature outsized gorillas and girls whose fates are tied to their monster. And both films turn on the ill-advised relocation of its title characters from its native environment to big cities in the United States where things don't go as planned.
You make moving pictures in jungles and places.
And yeah, both movies feature actor Robert Armstrong as the media-savvy master of ceremonies that sets both films in motion. But Mighty Joe Young would become one of my favorite films as a child for all of the reasons it's different than King Kong.
I will not raise a gorilla.
Whereas King Kong is a serious monster movie, Mighty Joe Young is a playful, heartwarming twist on a boy and his dog story.
This will always be his home, and we'll always be friends.
In Mighty Joe Young, the roles of damsel in distress and protector are reversed, with actress Terry Moore's Jill consistently intervening in Joe's abuse.
Joe is my friend, and you leave him alone. Joe wouldn't hurt anybody. He wouldn't if you treat him right.
Impressed by her ability to control Mighty Joe,
Boy, what an act. I gotta sign her up.
Max convinces our heroes to come to Hollywood, where fame and fortune prove less than expected for Jill and her beloved pet Joe.
10 weeks, it seems like 10 years.
And it wouldn't be a misunderstood monster movie if our heroes' fortunes didn't take a terrible turn, triggering a rampage.
Joe's loose, he's gone crazy.
Help me get in.
It's no wonder I fell for this film as a child. I still love how it unfolds with a fairy tale simplicity, how it wears its pet lover's heart on its sleeve from the start, and how it features some of the funniest, most character-rich stop-motion sequences ever recorded.
The most wonderful experience of all.
Listen, King Kong is a masterpiece, and it still has a place in my heart, but given a choice and a bowl of buttered popcorn, the 6-year-old in me would choose the original Mighty Joe Young 8 times out of 10. Released 16 years after King Kong, Mighty Joe Young would prove a box office disappointment. Years later, the film would be rediscovered by a wider audience on TV, where its harrowing sequences, big laughs, and touching story would go on to win the hearts of fans for generations. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and be sure to check out my companion series, Mr. Kurt's Rave Reviews, for a deeper dive into classic films and more recommendations.
Well, that's more like it.
Too bad we didn't bring Aunt Catherine.
Till then, I'm Mr. Kurt, your thin man giving you the skinny on the good stuff.